is like your prior work experience, if any, technology on which you would have worked, and what is the expectation towards the completion of this as well. So maybe if you can pitch in a little here so that we get to know each other a little more. Can you hear me?
Hi, am I the only one on the call? um, I don't have any experience with Anaplan, but I've worked with uh, Microsoft projects and Excel and some visualization. But I'm interested in Anaplan for a new job.
Okay. And if you don't mind sharing, like how many total years of experience you have?
In how many years experience?
Yep, total.
Um, I have about 15 years in finance and 3 years um, in tech.
Okay. Okay. And we just that's a good name. What I should be telling you out during these entire sessions.
Mhm. Yeah.
So, may I know your good name, please?
I'm sorry. Well,
May I know your good name, please?
my name,
Yeah.
my Lou.
Okay. My Liu.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. So, thanks a lot, Mailu, for a quick little intro. That really helps. And you are currently in which location of the globe?
Um, I'm I'm in the U.S. I'm in south of New York.
Okay. So, are we following PST time zone or EST over here? CST?
Yeah, EST.
Okay, that's EST. So, EST time zone, and currently I'm in IST. So, I think it's like
We're
nine.
opposite, huh?
Yeah. So it's 9:41 out there, 9:41 p.m., right?
Correct. That's the
All
end of
right.
my day. Yeah. Mhm.
All right. Perfect. So, all right. So, thanks a lot, Milo, for a quick little intro. Probably, unfortunately, we were not able to have the sessions yesterday. There was, I think, a little confusion in regarding which link to join and which link didn't, unfortunately. No worries on those fronts. Probably, we are going to be taking up this learning journey from today. And before we get started, a quick little intro about me. Like myself, Abhishek. You can call me Abhishek during the entire session. And I'm working as a Anaplan product trainer in Mind Magics and different organizations throughout the globe. In past, like I have worked with different consulting and product based organizations where I have been working as a architect to define the entire Anaplan projects at an organizational level. And I have delivered significant amount of trainings throughout the globe again. And apart from one-on-one trainings, my specialization is mostly into the corporate trainings. And again, fortunately, I have been able to be delivering training again worldwide. And in past, like I have delivered with organizations like your large banking firms, investment banking firms, then some insurance firms and pharmaceutical companies. Just not getting into the names, but yep, there's where I have done these corporate trainings into the past as well. And that's how the journey has been in Anaplan. And before we get started, like I'll be just maybe telling you like how the course flow is gonna be. So if I define or if I tell how ideally which approach we are going to be following. So, like for the initial couple of sessions, we are going to be mostly learning about what an plan is and how things are. Maybe few things could be a little theoretical at initial point of time. Gradually, with post couple of sessions, we're going to be diving into the tool. We'll understand the tool, and how we are going to be flowing is like we will learn everything practically. So maybe there could be some initial minutes where we are going to be spending on learning the concept, and post that we are going to be moving into the tool to understand how things are done practically out here. So it's going to be a combination. It's not only going to be theory, it's not only going to be practical, because both are equally required. And most of the times in parallel we are going to be completing few exercises together. Probably I'll be telling you which portion you guys can complete, and accordingly you need to do that. And obviously if there will be any issues, questions, or concern during completion of those exercises, I'll be the guy with whom you can discuss everything. So feel free, and just use these sessions for your learning at any point of time. If you have any questions, just reach out to me in these sessions as such if required. So that's what I just wanted to let on and discuss quickly. Do you have any questions, like in general, which you want to discuss? Anything bothering or anything related with Anaplan, anything related with any of the steps before we actually get into the Anaplan discussion or learning journey?
No, not right now.
All right, sounds awesome. So, in that case, without wasting much time, I'm just gonna be quickly starting about our learning. But before that, just a quick question. So, did the team share a demo video or anything as such with you? Or is it the first time we are, even interacting in the terms you have not got any demo as such?
No, I didn't have a demo.
So, I mean, you don't have any videos as such till now.
I looked on YouTube.
All right. So, that's fine. Okay, so how the course is gonna be like, if I just maybe give you a small little intro. So over here we are gonna be learning few topics, and this topics probably I don't know if the team has already shared the course content with you. Do you have the course content? No.
Mm, no, I'm
Okay.
not sure.
Okay, that's fine. So maybe you can ask the team to, check out, and you can get the course content with them, and please ask, the demo video with them. So probably they are going to be again sharing that with you as well. That will help you to understand what the course content and what we deliver, and very, very, you know, knowledge regarding how the tool is all about. So, two things. You can maybe ask the team to share the course content with you. That's the first one. Second one, maybe you can ask the team to share the demo with you. Demo is most nothing but it's like the an explanation, or the discussion of the content what we have to offer. So maybe you can just get in touch with the team, and they can probably share that with you. So just getting into the topics, and now I will get started with our learning. All right, I believe you can see my screen. Just diving into the learning journey together. And here is the course objective for our first module, and that is by the end of this course, you should be able to know what is Anaplan. Then we are going to be discussing about a real-time use case on this tool, and probably this discussion will help us to understand what can be done in this tool and how the data flows happen. Post that, we are going to be discussing Anaplan versus Excel, and then we'll discuss what connected planning is all about. The four topics in the module. Probably, we are going to be covering a couple of them today, and then in the next session, we are going to be covering the other couple of topics. That is, as per today's agenda, we will understand what Anaplan is and a real-time use case on this tool. And then maybe next session, we'll just discuss Anaplan with its contrary, with one of the other planning and modeling tool used globally from past, that is your Excel. And then one of the feature of Anaplan, that is connected planning. All right, so before I pitch in from my end, do you have any clues like what Anaplan is like? Have you ever heard of this term, like, or in the terms what this can do? Any background in the terms?
Um,
Maybe not much, but still a little intro, maybe.
yeah, yeah. So Anna Plan is a tool to that helps with analyzing and planning. I hear that's very heavily used in finance and
Mhm.
perhaps other areas of business.
Okay, great. So perfect. You are correct. So it's a tool used for planning and modeling, and it's just to add on. It's not only for your finance, but the tool is capable to support different types of planning. Just to add on here.
Yes.
So the likes of supply chain, the likes of merchandise planning, the likes of territory and quota, the likes of inventory planning, dispatch planning, demand planning, lots and lots of different types of planning could be performed on this tool. So it's not restricted to finance, but it is too versatile in nature. But yes, obviously, finance is one of the domain, one of the area where Anaplan is for sure used extensively. All right, so thanks a lot, Mailu, for pitching in over here. And now I'll be just discussing from my end what this Anaplan is all about. So most of the times, if you would have discussed or maybe read or wherever you are going to be seeing, it's mostly that Anaplan is a cloud-based tool, cloud-based platform used at an enterprise level for data modeling and planning. Now, as soon as I say it's a cloud based platform, what does that mean is this tool will have all the advantages or will have all the benefits, all the additional feature which any cloud based technology or any cloud based platform has to offer. All
Okay.
right. So what does this mean? As soon as you talk about a cloud-based platform, few things gets added in. For an instance, any of the cloud-based platform could be accessed globally in a subsequent time, in the same time. Multiple users can log in. For instance, you sitting in your home today can log into a particular space, particular cloud area, and I sitting in my home in my locations, different locations throughout the globe, we can access the space at the same time. And what does that tell? Any cloud-based tool is probably collaborative. So the first one, it could be accessed throughout the globe. Second, it could be people could work here more collaboratively together in the projects. There could be other advantages like any of the cloud-based platform. We, as an end user, are least bothered or maybe are least required to maintain stuffs related at administrative sides. So, for an example, if is there any tool in on-premise tool, we only handle the administration related with that, how the server load will be there, how the threshing is there, what could be the latency and all that. But again, since this is hosted on cloud, Anaplan as an organization will be taking care of the workspace, whatever they provide you, the cloud space, whatever they provide you. We have to just come up, use that space, build our models or build whatever we want to over there, and would not be much required to think about the server side of things because we are availing a service from Anaplan company itself by purchasing their cloud space. So that's how any of the cloud-based tool will work. Apart from that, there are lots and lots of other advantages which can the list can just go long and long on and on. But yeah, the bottom line is since Anaplan is one of the cloud-based tool, Anaplan will possess most of the advantage or any of the advantages you can think of what a cloud-based platform will have. Anaplan has all. Now, apart from that, another term underlined over here in this statement used at an enterprise level. Yeah, obviously, this tool is used at an enterprise. Different organizations use it for their entire modeling and planning. Now, whenever we'll have discussion, we'll all the time hear, Anaplan is a cloud-based platform used for planning and modeling. It just becomes important to understand, like, what is exactly modeling and planning all about. So when I say Anaplan is used for modeling and planning, the first question comes in, what modeling and planning in itself is. So,
Mm.
do you have any clues here, like what modeling and planning is, before I pitch in from my end? Would you like to pitch in here?
Um, I'll pass this one. I'm curious though.
Awesome. No worries. So, if I just tell you about modeling and planning, it's I'll just not go into much technicals, or I'll not try to make this statement look very fancy. I'll just put in very simple term. Modeling and planning is nothing, but it's more related with the fact that you take some available data. Okay. So you take some available data, you do transformation on that data. When I say transformation on data, probably you are doing some sort of, calculations or all those on the available data which you have. And
Mhm.
then you are ultimately doing all this for solving a specific business process. And in turn, you are saving some sort of revenue for the organization. Just reiterating it once again. You take some data, perform transformation on that data. Ultimately, we are doing both of these activities, taking data, performing transformation for solving a specific business process. And as soon as you solve a specific business process, you ultimately save some sort of revenue for the organization. Now let's take it
Wow.
and think of with an example. I'll quickly stop sharing and I'll start sharing my notepad, and we'll just go through one problem statement and we'll understand about this modeling and planning a little more. And at any point of time, if you feel like there's something which you're not able to get, or maybe I'm fast or I'm slow, you can let me know accordingly. We can just alter with the pace of the course as well. So I'm sharing my notepad. I believe you can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. So just jotting down my first statement. As a sales manager, I want to see the forecasted sales. All right. So suppose, to understand more about planning and modeling, and whatever definition I had, I'll just go off with an example here. So suppose I have a statement. My problem statement is, as a sales manager, I want to see the forecasted sales on the basis of product by geography. This forecasting needs to be done on the basis of past 3 years data. Well, this is a very, very simple statement. And what I want here is to see the forecasted sales. Now, that's what my expectation is. So, if I just tell you, maybe what I want to know with an example, like maybe the sales manager is looking forward to understand like how many chocolates were sold in Miami region. Okay, so for instance, I want to see the forecasted sales. So if I just take current year as FY 2022, maybe I'm looking to know the forecasted sales of another month of FY 2022 because it's probably very early to start. So it's January. So maybe I'm looking to know the forecasted sales of FY 2022 in the terms, maybe the months of FY 2022, February, March, April. So what I mean, or what I say here, I want to see the forecasted sales on the basis of product by geography. So I want to see the forecasted sales of maybe a chocolate product in Miami region for March 2022. So just reiterating the statement, I want to see the chocolates sold or which could be sold in Miami region in March 2022. And what they say, another disclaimer, this forecasting needs to be done on the basis of past 3 years data. Now, any type of forecasting you do, or if any type of prediction you do, probably you are going to be doing on the basis, or of certain trends which is already existing into the past. So you are doing this forecasting on the basis of past 3 years data. So
Yeah.
if I just try to understand this statement here, I am ultimately taking some available data,
Mm-hmm.
and that is your product, your geography, and your past 3 years data. So past 3 years data is nothing but it's the sales history data of these products by geography.
Mm-hmm.
So these are my actuals, and I want to use them combined with the product and geography and calculate the forecasting. So again, what my definition of modeling and planning was, what my understanding was, take some data, perform transformation on that data, and then post transformation, you are ultimately doing this for solving a business process, and ultimately you are saving some sort of revenue for the organization. So what are the data which I have? I have a product data, I have a geography data, I have my sales history data. So I'm going to be taking up this data, I'm going to be doing transformation on these data. So what does that mean? I'm going to be maybe doing some sort of calculations on these data. And why I'm going to be doing this? Because if I can know the forecasted sales of maybe next year or next few months, I can accordingly manage my inventory. When I say I can manage my inventory, it's more like if I know like how many chocolates would be sold in May 2022, accordingly I can start the manufacturing in maybe my plants today, so that neither I have a wastage nor I have a stock out of inventories of chocolates, right? So what I'm doing,
Mm-hmm.
ultimately I'm solving one of the business process that is much related with handling the inventories. And ultimately in turn, if I can supply the proper stocks to the market, and at the same time I am not making something which is surplus, I am also able to save and optimize my revenue here. So just combining everything, collating things once again together. I took some data, performed some sort of calculation or transformation on that data, and ultimately I was able to solve a business process, and in turn I saved some sort of revenue for the organization. So that's what your modeling and planning could be in general, and this is one of the examples revolving around that area.
Yes, sounds good.
So, okay, awesome. So, this is what modeling and planning is all about. And again, coming back over here in my current slide, so what is Anaplan? Just trying to understand the statement once again. It's a cloud-based platform. Now, what is cloud-based? All that advantage of any cloud-based platform comes in. Collaborative, could be accessed throughout by multiple users around the globe. No service side or server side activities to be done. Every advantage of any cloud-based tools comes in. Used at an enterprise level for data modeling and planning. So we know what data modeling is, we know what data planning is, and we know what a cloud-based platform is. And all this combined together could be one of the proper explanation or a thought process of what this tool is. So it's a cloud-based platform which is going to be used at an enterprise level for data modeling and planning. Do you have any question in either of the points which we had just discussed in past few minutes? We can, just discuss it right away, right now.
No, it's very clear. Thank you.
Awesome. So I'll just come to my second statement out here. This is a little about data modeling. So it's a process used to define and analyze data requirements needed to support the business process within the scope of corresponding system in an organization. That's what we just discussed as well. You define and analyze, and you are ultimately solving a business process. And that's what our modeling and planning in much more simpler term was. Take some data, transform some data, solve a business process, and ultimately save some sort of revenue for the organization. So that's what your data modeling and planning is all about. Then you have something like over here as quick little discussion about your what Anaplan is. So Anaplan is a connected planning platform, empowers cross-functional users throughout the enterprise to holistically plan, budget, and seamlessly interact with the cloud-based enterprise reporting platform to realize new values. So this statement sounds a little confusing at this point of time, right?
Yeah.
So we'll just cross it. We'll just go with this right now and this. So it's nothing but it's just written what we have discussed in a much more fancy term. We'll come back to this definition little later once we understand a little more about the tool, and then we'll understand what it means out here. So not to confuse you, not to make things look very bulky, we're just going to be ignoring what's here right now, and we'll just stick with what Anaplan is. It's a cloud-based platform used for enterprise-level data modeling and planning, and what data modeling and planning is all about. We already had an example for that. We already have a small little thought process behind the things what we have just discussed right now.
Okay.
All right. So with this, we are going to be moving in our next topics align, and that is one of the real-time use case of Anaplan. Now, when I say real-time use case, this is like a project, one of the project implemented by a leading industry, FMCG organization in year 2017 in North America region. So whatever we are going to be discussing right now, it's a live project. For some data privacy and security issues, I'll not be, maybe mentioning out which FMCG organization it is, but probably you can maybe guess it wildly because that's one of the leading FMCG which is used throughout the globe. So
May
they
I
thought of,
ask?
sorry.
May I ask what does FMCG stand for?
So
What
your
does
day to day, I mean, stuffs which you use, the likes of groceries, the likes of
financial management? Is
uh,
that
uh, uh, uh,
finance?
uh.
No.
Okay, so it's more like, if I just tell you, it's fast moving consumer goods,
Oh,
uh
okay.
for like the likes of Unilever, ITCs.
Okay. Got it.
Yep.
Ah. Okay. Thank you.
No worries. So it's implemented by one of the leading FMCG organization in 2017. So this use case. So without going into the technical sides of this, okay, like about
Oh wow.
this FMCG one. So I'll just go on with a very very small scenario here, and then we'll try to interconnect what it or what the project is all about. So suppose we are, or tomorrow you plan for purchasing some products, maybe your grocery products, since we are discussing about FMCG here. We plan, or you plan to go to some sort of big market, for an example Walmart, or a Unilever shopping complex, huge one out there in your region. Okay, so you thought, or you plan to purchase some products. When I say products, it sounds little technical. I'll say you plan to purchase some sort of groceries, your day-to-day needs from
Yeah,
that.
it's not the technical products. Okay. Consumer
Exactly.
products. Got it. Got it.
So you plan to purchase them from like maybe tomorrow from your nearby Unilever, a big shopping complex, or maybe from Walmart. Now probably if you plan to purchase tomorrow, maybe today night you're gonna be maybe jotting down the list of materials which you may need. You will be just noting it down. So maybe you decided that you need around 10 products that you need to purchase from your nearby shopping complex. Tomorrow morning I woke up, and you just went to the complex, and the first thing, we are going to be picking up the trolley, right? So we took a trolley, we enter into that shopping complex. Now as soon as you enter, as soon as the customer enters, ideally you should have gone in the section where those 10 products were. But most of the times what happens, as soon as you enter that complex, you're going to be seeing a banner which is like very flashy, which shows or which tells 75% discount. So what's that banner showing in the complex? 75% discount. So what it means, all the products under that section is having a 75% discount. So we took a trolley, we walked in 100 meters into the complex, and we see a section which is offering around 75 to 80% discount. Now mostly what the consumer behavior will be, as soon as I see something like 75 to 80% discount, we tend to see what are the products in that section, and then we tend to take that product even if that was not in the list which I came up today with. So for an example, one of the product in that 75% discount section, or whatever the products which are there, maybe it's not into the list which you have came up today to purchase. So these are some additional products. These are some products where there are 75% discount, but you don't need them. That's not into your lists, which you have, planned to purchase today. But since you see, like, it's just like a 75% discount, you see like a heavy discount. So maybe you think like, okay, I get some discount. It's a heavy discount, 75%. Instead, $10, I'm just getting it in $2.5. Maybe I'll just tend to purchase that product. I'll keep that product in my trolley, right? So suppose these 75% discount product sections, I purchased some four products. I took some four products in my trolley because I feel maybe these products could be used in future, and it's a good deal because I'm getting it in a very heavy discounted price at this time. Then we walked in 200 meters further, and luckily we see another discounted region, and that is around 45 percentage or 50 percentage discount. Now what happens again? Whatever products are there in those section, I don't need those products. Those are not in my lists, but still I see there are some good products which are again at half price. Instead $10, it's $5 for now. Again, what I'll do, I'll get lured to those discounts, and maybe I'll just purchase couple of products more. Again, those two products are not in my list which I have planned to purchase today. So I already purchased six products, both at a heavy discount till now. Now I walked in 100 meters more and I see there is no discount on any of the products. And then I was very selective. We were very selective, and then we purchased only those products which I had planned to purchase and which were there in my list of things to be purchased. All right. So, what happened? We came up with a plan of purchasing 10 products. We end up purchasing 4 from 75 percentage, 2 from 45 to 50 percentage discounted sections, and we end up purchasing 16 products. Now, once we came back in our home, we observed one thing. And what we observed was the products whose discount offered was around 75 to 80 percentage, their expiration date, their shelf life was near. So in the next 20 days, the products whose ever expiration date was or whosoever shelf life was 75 percentage, or whosoever gave me and discount of 75 percentage, their shelf life was, the expiration date was gonna be in next 20 days from today. Okay, I saw four products, they would be expired in next 20 days that I have purchased. And then I very much saw the products which was having a 50% discounted on them, and there even they were gonna be expiring in next 50 or within next 60 days. So what did I saw? I purchased the products, 75 percentage products getting expired in next 20 days, and 50 percentage products offered discount while getting expired in next 45 25 to 60 days. And then when I saw the products which are were having no discounts on them, their shelf life is quite a long one, and they are not going to be expired anytime soon within next 60 days. Okay, so what does that mean is And what my observation was, or what's a thumb rule, what happens into the any retail or any FMCG side, and that is there is a normal consumer behavior, and the consumer behavior is, or rather, if I say just a simple thumb rule, the consumption is directly proportional to the discount being offered, right? So the consumption is directly proportional to discount being offered. If I give you heavy discounts on some products, automatically you will get lured to purchase that and you will, start consuming that product. That's what it happens in maybe Christmas sale. If you would have done some shopping out there.
Yeah.
So what happens? So suppose Zara gave you a discount, heavy discount on their products. Even if I don't need that, I'll open their website. I'll maybe purchase those products, right? That's the basic thing. What happens or what a consumer does. So this is like a basic thumb rule out here that whenever the discounts offered are more, consumers tends to purchase those products. And why those discounts are offered is because the organization or the company wants you to purchase that product. All right. And why they offer you discount is probably because here in our case, in FMCG example, what we observed, like wherever the products were like going to be expired anytime soon, we offered, or their organization had offered some sort of discount on those products. And what I saw, like 80% discount expiring in next 20 days, 50% discounted products were expiring in next 45 60 days. So what the organization has just done, if we think of, if they wouldn't have offered the discount, the product wouldn't have got sold so rapidly, right? So for an example, in our case as well, when we went for shopping, we took a trolley. So we wouldn't have purchased that products which was in 75-80% discount if those products were not at a discounted rate. Correct? So what happens? The organization, because of the shelf life approaching near, because the organization knows that within the next 20 days, if the product is not sold, the product will get expired, and forget about making profit, I'll not be able to even get the cost price of that product, right? So what does that mean is, I want to make some sort of revenue, or maybe I want to maximize the chances of selling of those products within their shelf life, within their expiration date. And maybe an assumption could be, if I think like the product would not be sold in next 20 days, if I fear that if it's not going to be sold in next 20 days in its actual price, maybe I start putting in some discounts so that the probability of the product getting sold increases, and maybe I can minimize my loss out here, right? So it's
Yes.
not yes,
Yes. Minimize this loss.
exactly. So it's not only a win-win situation for the customer, but rather, if we think and if we flip the other side of a coin, it's a win-win situation for the companies as well. We'll just try to understand this maybe with an example more. I'll just again share my notepad. So suppose I assume that, let's take an example of a product soap. Now, soap, there'll be something like cost price of that soap. Let's take cost price is 50. Selling price of the soap is 100. There will be some profit, right? And the profit is nothing SP minus CP, and that is again 50. Right? We understand this. I mean, I hope we understand what like cost price and selling price is. Or you want me to tell you? Or we are good.
Good.
Sorry.
Good. Good.
All
I'm
right.
good.
Awesome. All right. So cost price nothing but the amount is spent in manufacturing, selling price the amount that is getting sold, and the profit is going to be nothing but SP minus CP, and that's going to be 100 for this product, for instance. All right. So what I did, suppose I offered 80% discount on that product. So what does this mean? Cost price still remains 50. A selling price would be somewhere around, after giving 80% discount, it's going to be 20. And the profit will be minus 30 for that organization on this product. Correct? So we are okay with this calculation right now? I gave an 80% discount.
Yeah.
The cost price still remains 50, selling price becomes 20, and the profit is minus 30. Now, suppose I give a discount of 50 percentage, what my selling price becomes 50, and my profit when this product gets sold is 0. Correct? Now, let's take another example. I don't give any discount. My selling price is 100. The profit is 50. These are the three different cases of my products at which it could be sold. And that is when you give 80% discount, when you give 50% discount, and when you give no discount. So ultimately, we gave this discount because we felt that if the product wouldn't have been sold, or if it would have got expired, there would have been loss of entire 50 rupees, dollars, pounds, whatever you say, right?
Yep.
But as soon as you give a discount, instead of 50, the loss is 30 now. If I give a 50% discount, I know the product is getting expired in next few days. So without or not getting maybe 50% profit, I'm still minimizing the loss, and my loss is 0. And if the product is not, I'm not giving any discount, luckily it's getting sold within the expiration date, I'm able to make a profit of 50. So ultimately, what you see at an organization level, if there are number of products and if there are a lot of factors coming in, ultimately by giving discounts, we are able to somehow minimize the loss, right? As we are able to prevent the expiration dates.
Yeah.
So that's what the business process is, and that's what the assumption is. Now, if I just think it in a way like ultimately we are able to save the amount, or we are able to minimize the loss, and that's what the trend this organization observed, and they use the same approach in their thought, and they just thought of why not using this idea and just implement this idea in their list of products, in their list of whatever shelf life and expiration date, whatever they had, in rather into their organization itself, and see what could be the possible results, and how they can maybe implement this and optimize the revenue at their end. So that's what the idea was, and we'll discuss more about this further, how this addition, how this categorization, and what this use case is all about, maybe in our next session. with this interest of time, I'll be just taking a pause for now. If you have any question, you can just let me know to the point whatever we have discussed till today.
No, that it was very good. That was very clear. Thank you.
Yep, awesome. So in that case, tomorrow we are going to be just continuing with this use case, and we'll understand more about this, and probably we'll try to understand how things works. So just a quick little question, Milo, regarding a few scheduling issues which the team had. I just wanted to understand, like, are you available at maybe uh, around 10:30 a.m. your time? Is it possible for you to have the sessions at that time?
Mm, no, 9:30 actually works well for me. 9:30, the time we did today.
Okay. So I think I'm talking about AM AM. I think it's
AM
PM
my
right now.
time or your
Yeah,
time?
yeah. No, no, your time.
My time is PM right now.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to understand. Is it possible to have in your time AM? I mean, in the
No,
mornings, is it? It's not. It's not at
no,
all.
I know. I apologize. No.
Okay. So not any time in the morning works. 9:30 morning, 8:30, 7:30. There's no slot free for you at those times.
Um, is it just 1 hour? How long would it be?
So it's gonna be an hour session.
An hour? Um, perhaps I could do 7 a.m. my time.
Just give me a
I
second.
mean, I think the nighttime would probably be better this week.
Okay.
Perhaps next week.
So from next week, are you okay to have at 10:30?
No, no, no. I mean, let me check. Maybe next week I could do it 7 a.m.
Oh, okay.
or
Okay.
or or nighttime would be fine too. I could do nine same 9:30 p.m.
Okay. So 9:30 is fine. 7 a.m. will be little engaged slot from my end.
Okay.
So I mean, obviously, we'll stick with this time itself. There's no worries on that. But I was just trying to explore, the available windows at your end. So if it would have been 10:30, it would have been great in morning. But I think you have clashes over there, right?
Yeah, I'm in the office. I'm working during that time.
Oh, okay. No worries. In that case, we'll stick with this timing then,
Okay, thank
at least
you.
for next couple of weeks.
Okay. So can I ask you what is the schedule like? Is it Monday through Thursday for 1 hour a day?
Yeah. So it's gonna be like usually we have like a 5 day session, and it's like 1 hour a day.
Oh, okay. One so total is five-hour training
Yeah, within a week.
in 1 week. Um,
Yeah.
I I can also do maybe 2 hours a session if that would work as well. Like today, maybe I could, like in the evening, I could do 2 hours. I could do, um, my time is 9:30. I could do 9:30 till 11 or 9:30 till 11:30, or I could do an hour and a half session as well
Mhm.
if that
Okay.
works. Yeah,
I need to check on that, a little, Milo.
okay, okay,
Probably not every day, but yeah, I mean, few days we may plan. I'll just see to my calendars and availabilities on that. So I think, you would be knowing, like, it's gonna be around 14 to 15 hours the entire course, and the plan is more like 1 hour. But yeah, if required, it could be amended a little here and there. So we'll just see, like, if I can accommodate. I'll need to check my calendar before confirming you here.
okay. All right.
So okay, so it's mostly 4 5 hours a week, and this will go
Okay.
around 3 weeks. And like you mentioned, if you want like to stretch it, I'll just check my calendar and maybe I'll come back to you on this aspect.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
Great. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
And maybe there could be few days alternate sessions. Okay, or maybe at some point of time, if you are a little engaged or something, you can just let the team know, and the session could be dropped for that specific day due to maybe some unavoidable circumstances. As you know, you are also working, I understand that. So maybe if there is something like that, you can just let the team know, and we can skip for that day and we can continue from the next day. I mean, we do provide that flexibility as well from our side.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. All right then. Thanks a lot
All
for your
right.
time,
Thank
probably
you.
for today. We'll
Thank
meet
you.
tomorrow then. Thank
See
you.
you tomorrow. Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye bye.